On July 1st, 1997, after nearly 156 years of British rule, Hong Kong was finally given back to China. The problem was after Hong Kong was given back to China, Hong Kong had to change governance from democratic to China's communist government. Fortunately, Hong Kong had a grace period before converting back to China's communist government. As time went by, China was taking away Hong Kong's rights to freedom, little by little. Then, on March 15, 2019, the Hong Kong protests started. Hong Kong was clashing with the police and fighting to protect their rights and their democratic government because the grace period was almost over, and it was almost time to convert back to communism and become one with China again. Should Hong Kong be one with China again, or should they be their own independent country with their own government? I believe that Hong Kong should keep their democratic system and stay separate from China as their own independent country. Hong Kong should be separate from China because there's another region that is very similar to Hong Kong, and they aren't really having a problem with any government or territory problems. That region is called Macau. Macau is just like Hong Kong, since this region was ruled by Portugal and later given back to China, just like how Hong Kong was ruled by the British. Macau is part of China, but has way more freedoms than the mainland. Hong Kong is like that, but China wants Hong Kong to switch systems completely. China should treat Hong Kong like they treat Macau. The reason why Macau is treated differently from Hong Kong is because loyalty is very important and is taught through schools and social media, known as Article 23. However, Hong Kong opposes this article, which is why China is more strict on Hong Kong. Another reason why Hong Kong should be independent from China is because Hong Kong is a business region and they are thriving as a country without the interference of China's government and system. If China takes away Hong Kong's rights and changes the government, Hong Kong will fall as a business center since the communist government will take over economically. When communists take control of a country economically, it will benefit the government, but not really the people. I think Hong Kong's economy will drop drastically if China takes over Hong Kong's business center. They will think that it will benefit China financially, but personally, I don't think it will work unless they change the government system. I believe that Hong Kong can thrive as a country by itself, without any control of China or any other superpower. Hong Kong already has their own government that is working completely fine. This one country's two systems won't work because the systems will always interfere with each other, thus causing problems and sparking protests. If Hong Kong was its own country, there wouldn't be any problem because it doesn't have to follow the communist systems and rules if they were in part of China. The protests all started because of this reason. The Anti-Extradition Law Amendment Bill was where people who commit crimes in Hong Kong have to serve a trial in China. The problem was that the people will be tried under the communist system and not the Hong Kong's democracy system. Many people from Hong Kong didn't like that, sparking chaos. Crimes committed in Hong Kong should be tried in Hong Kong and not in the mainland under the communist system because the crime wasn't committed on the mainland. Hong Kong isn't even part of China completely yet since the grace period is still not over. The bill was only so that China could take control of Hong Kong little by little. When COVID-19 started, the protests died down and it ended sometime in November of 2020. That doesn't mean that the people of Hong Kong are still fighting to keep their system and their rights. They will last for a long time by themselves without China in control of the region.